Hello, welcome to chapter 3.3. Today we're going to learn about basic constructions. Now the first thing we need to know is how these three words are different. Whenever I ask you to sketch a diagram, I want you to make a freehand quick sketch. So it's freehand and it should be quick. Now it doesn't mean that it's going to be so bad that I can't see what it is. I should be able to look at it and distinguish that it has all the properties that I asked for. But you don't have to make angles exact or segments exactly a certain length like you do when you draw. If I told you to draw a certain figure, then I want you to use all available tools for an accurate drawing. Maybe figure so I don't use the same word twice. So you use all tools that you want to in order to make your drawing as accurate as possible. So these should be a very good picture of what we're trying to draw. Now when I say construct, there are only two tools you can use. You can use a compass and you can use a straight edge. Now those are the only tools you can use in order to create your figure. Now notice I said straight edge rather than ruler. A ruler you can measure, but a straight edge we just need in order to draw a straight line. Now today we're going to go through two of the more basic things. We're going to duplicate segments and duplicate an angle. And this is just an intro into what we're going to be doing. So first, if I duplicate this segment, what I want to do is start with making a point. I'll call that A. So the first thing I do is make a point. So I'm going to keep the steps off to the right-hand side because at the end of the chapter, you might not remember exactly how you did this. Then we want to measure the distance between A and B. Now when I say measure when we have a compass, I'm not saying measure as in centimeters or inches. What I'm saying is you put the anchor on one side and the pencil on the other, and that will be a measurement of AB. So 2, we measure segment. Now I move this from my original segment and I strike an arc. So I'll strike an arc, the given distance or the distance from A. All right, so now that we struck that arc, now I want to draw a segment. That's not a segment, that has an arrow on it. This will be a segment. We go from A to any point along this arc. I'll go down here, and then I'll call this B. So for 4, I draw a segment from a point to arc. Now what we know about this is this distance from A to every point on this arc will be exactly the same distance as from A to B. All right, now there's one other thing we're going to do today, and that's duplicate an angle. So what I want to do is first I want to draw a ray. So I'm going to come down here and draw a ray. And I'll write that as step 1. Draw a ray. Now I'll label this B. C will be somewhere along this line. Now, my second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to strike an arc that passes through both rays on the angle. So strike an arc that crosses both rays of an angle. Now we're going to keep it at that same length, come down here, and make a big arc over here. So the third thing is strike same arc from new vertex. So now the more tricky part comes in. What we do is we measure the distance between these intersection points. So 4, measure distance between intersection points. Then we bring it down to this new intersection point and strike an arc. Now I'm just going to take all of this. That didn't work out as well as I had planned. Maybe I'll just continue my list below it. So 5, strike an arc from new intersection point. Finally, part 6 is where those cross is going to be where I draw my new ray, and these two angles should be exactly the same measure. So draw new ray through intersection point. All right. Now hopefully these are something that can help you get through the rest of this chapter.